All right, Randall Hughes with GodGlorified.com, and we're continuing our tour of the temple and the temple grounds and the building itself in Ezekiel chapter 46, and the place where the priest would boil the sacrifices. And then in chapter 47, we get into the portion where the waters come out from under the door, under the threshold, out eastward out of the house. And the water runs out, and he was told to measure, and he measured out 1,000 cubits, and the water was to his ankles. Measured another 1,000 cubits, and it was to his knees. Another 1,000, it was to his loins. Another 1,000, and it was a river that could not be passed over, but waters to swim in. And the waters brought life, and seems that everything that water touched came to life and brought healing. And some of the things that we read about here, about the fruit that's brought forth from the trees along the river, are pointing to things that we read about in Revelation chapter 21 and the end of that chapter there, and about the fruit for the leaves, or for the medicine, or for the healing of the nation, is what I believe it says in Revelation. So some interesting things there. Then we began to talk about the divisions of the borders of the land. It gave the borders and then the divisions of the tribes, and it mentions that Joseph would have 2 portions, and those are realized in Ephraim and Manasseh. This is going all the way back to Genesis 48, when Jacob gave Joseph a double portion, and this is how it's realized as it continues on. And so the various layout of the land, and it seems to be in block going from the north with Dan all the way down to the south. I believe Gad was the southmost tribe. And so, and then with the division cut out for the sanctuary there after Judah. And so, once again, there's more prophecy against Egypt in the 29th chapter. And that verse 21 declares that they may know that I am Yahweh. And again in chapter 30, more against Egypt, that they may know, verse 8, that I am Yahweh, and his judgment will be executed. Again, in verse 19 of that same chapter, the 30th chapter, that they may know that I am Yahweh. And so we know that there is judgment of God coming on our earth. We know that there is a portion that he has for those that are a part of his kingdom. And we see that in the division of the tribes, of course, as the children of Israel. And so I'm just challenging myself to make sure that we live a life that is commensurate with being a child of God and being obedient to his word and following the truths of his world. We live in a crazy world, absolutely crazy world. And so we want to make sure that we are locked in with God, and that we are believing in and obeying his word in everything that we say and do. God bless you.